Come on. Come on. You know what time it is. Yes, it's time for the Lock Marie. Yes, yes, yes. Show me my love. It's time for my talk show, the LockMarie talk show. Hey, 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 hey. Mhm, 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 mhm. All right, y'all. How are you today? What is today? Thursday. All right, we almost made it to the end of the week. Let's see. It is also, let me write this on my calendar right now because I got my ladies doing their hydration. This is day 32, y'all. Nothing but water. Drink water and mind my business. That's my new theme song, y'all. So if you ever ask me anything like what you think, that's what you gonna hear. I drink water and mind my business. That's all I got to say. I ain't got nothing to say on nothing or nobody else. I learned to mind my business. Some folks should try that. It really works. Oh, let's see. Let's go into everyday positive thinking. Ooh, I like this one. Okay, the next one after the ones I did. It says, try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. Doreen Virtue, PhD. Now, that goes out not to me because I am look, they wrote the book on that because of me. That's how I live. That's how I thrive. Like I have to. I can't get stuck. Just I'm not created for that. Some people seems like they're created for that, and hey, what works for you, let it work. But for some of you who feel like there's more to life, guess what? There actually is. You don't have to sit around and just live the same mundane life day after day after day after day, year after year after year after year. You don't have to do that. You can actually change and do something different. Y'all. Okay, so I remember when I was working my career, there were women who literally for like the last 20-30 years had been wearing the same hairstyle. The same. Excuse me. Now y'all know how much I change up my look, right? So coming from that mindset and perspective, I don't understand the ones who, just like the ones who been wearing the same one for 20 some years don't understand me. Like we come from different worlds. We do. That's what you call it. We come from different worlds. Because when I see them, I'm like, oh my gosh, she will look so cute with this. Or, oh my gosh, she should try that. Because I have a mindset of variety, right? I know what it's like to change and switch up. So I see other people through those eyes, and I see so much more for them. I think that's what my thing is in life. I see so much more for other people than they see for themselves. But I've had to come to the realization and the conclusion that the only person I can expand and help grow from a perspective of my inner feelings behind it is myself. I gotta let everybody else, like I can, give a suggestion, but I don't get involved energetically no more with other people. That's all you, boo. And if a lot more people would realize that, as you are literally wasting your energy on other people because that is not what you were created to do. We have taken on so much more responsibility, and we could have been channeling that energy into ourselves, into our own, you know what I'm saying? Like we have a lot, some of us have been manipulated, some of us have been guilted, some of us have been bullied into, there's different reasons why we have chosen to allow other people to take our control of what we do with our time, money, and our energy. But it's never too late to take it back. Look, I promise you, and hear me from experience, they will get over it. I promise. You will not hurt their feelings. They will get over it. They will not die. They will still live, and they probably will thrive better because that's what they were created to do. To create their own, to grow and to do things differently on their own. Not to have you there as their out or their scapegoat, their savior. What they say, Sir Save a Hole, or however. Sir Save a Man. That's not our jobs. And that's why you're drained. That's why you're overwhelmed. That's why you're walking around depressed and with anxiety and headaches, and you're doing too much. Relax. Do what you were supposed to do, what you were created to do, and that's take care of you. That's drink water and mind my business. Sorry, I'm writing the title of this so I can remember. I just got it. We're going to call this Stop Overdoing It for Other People. Let every man bear his or her own burdens. They won't die. They will thrive. They were created to. Okay. So yeah, give back the responsibility that you have taken, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your mama, whether it's your sister, your brother, your cut, let them figure it out. Point blank, period. Self-love starts with self. Love yourself enough to take back your life. Take back your time. Take back your energy. Take back your money. Make other people responsible the way they're supposed to be. Who's helping you? Think about it. Right now, today or tomorrow, something go down and you need help. Who do you turn to? Who can you turn to if you're the one doing it all? That's why you're the one doing it all, because nobody else is dumb enough to do it. Seriously, start taking notes from the people you're helping. That's what I had to do. I'm like, you know what? I'm learning from the best. I'm learning from selfish people how to be selfish. Who's the best to teach you? The people who, quote unquote, you consider the ones that are using you. Those are the best ones to teach you how to live your life. You see how happy they are? All they do is call you. All they do is text you. Anytime they got an issue, a problem, or need something, all they do is contact you, and you right there. Why they got to do anything? They living the life. So guess what? Take note of that, and you start living the life. And when they ask, "What's wrong with you? Why you changing?" Say, "I'm just being like you are." And it's gonna hurt them, but it's gonna set in, and they're gonna come to the realization of, dang, she is right. Say, "I'm just doing what you doing. I don't give out. I don't do. I handle mine. And when people ask, I say, I don't have. I got enough for me and mine." Cause that's what they tell you, girl. I would, but oh, girl, if you had it got me yesterday, I promise you, God will not be upset with you if you stop. Look, I say this, and I'll say it bold, because at one point, a church home, a building of a church, did not see me for years, because I said I went to these establishments, these man-made establishments. I went to them for decades, what I call decades. And if I don't ever step foot in another one, I done did enough churching for myself and probably three other people. So drink water and mind your business. And I haven't died, nor have the people who church I left died. They still functioning, they still moving on. Oh, I know they miss me. But we all still serve, because that's the way God created it to be. No one, we say we depending on other people. If everybody depends on themselves, then no one will have to depend on anyone else. And that's just the way you have to say it. If everybody takes responsibility for themselves, everyone would have what they need, because we would each be focused on the right things in life to get the right things. If we would stop competing, if we would stop challenging, if we would just relax and focus on our goals from our life, focus on our passions, our emotions, our wants, our desires, everybody would have what they want. How many women are going around still in their mind feeling like they're lacking because their husband isn't doing this, or this? How many husbands are going around blaming their wife? It's been 10, 15 years, 10 months, 10 weeks, 10 days, and they still blaming their wife because she didn't do this, or this. If she had her, then maybe I could have. And if she had her, what you end up, it boils down to it, whether we ever want to accept it or not. The truth of the matter is, the only person that you're really upset with is yourself. Point blank. Because if you had did what you were supposed to do in life, if you had took the route you were supposed to take in life, you would not have to point the finger at anyone else, because you would be able to be sustainable. You would be able to maintain yourself. And that's in different areas of our lives. Emotionally, physically, psychologically, financially. Like, if we did what we were supposed to do, and even the fact of, like, I can understand from a certain point of time, the sense of blaming, we say blaming our parents or the adults that raised us. I get that up into like what they consider the age of accountability, kind of like until you can form your own thoughts, form your own opinions, understand really what God already placed in you to know in life. But then as you start developing and forming, then they start redeveloping you and reforming you according to what they think and what they, feel is best or whatever. So I understand where the confusion starts, but it comes a point in time when we have to become mature and become, it does not, and age has nothing to do with it, because there's a lot of people who are mature and they're young in age. So it comes to a point of maturity where you have to understand my life is for me to live, and I need to make the decision and determination. And the ones who do that early, those are the ones that are considered rebels, rebellious, disobedient. Um, you got parents calling for everybody and their grandmama to pray, fast, uh, put your arms forth this way. You know what we do. That's just the way we were taught. But if we would just love them. And one thing I want to say, because I've heard this said a lot, we need to stop saying it, because words have power, and once you put it out there, it's just out there and you can't take it back. I'm just saying. It's caught, and you just have to then switch your focus or switch your feelings on how you put it out there in order to, but I'm gonna stop there. We need to stop saying, I'm gonna love the hell out of you. I'm gonna love the hell out of them. Let's love the, no, because you cannot love the hell out of nothing. All you're going to do is continue to get the hell out of them, because that is what you're focused on. What you need to be doing and what you need to be saying is, I'm going to love the love out of you. Because everybody, I don't care who they are, we were all born with love in our heart. There is love in every single one of us. Whether or not life has covered it up, whether or not, like, you take a diamond and you put it on the ground, and then every day somebody covers it up. About 10 years from now, that pile of dirt is going to be so high up above that diamond, you're not going to even know it was there. Another 10 years, another 20 years, another 30 years, another 40 years. And so the 40, 50 years, and then somebody is trying to dig up that diamond. It's going to take a lot more work than it would have took had they start trying to dig it up 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, or 3 weeks after it was, you know what I'm saying? Think of your life as that point. You are where you are, and you have covered up a lot of your qualities, a lot of your characteristics, a lot of your good, energetic vibes, or your goodness, your grace, your compassion, your helpfulness. You've covered it up. It's been covered up with a whole lot of stuff. So it's going to take you time to break free of all it. You got to give yourself the grace. Give yourself the mercy to daily just dig. Don't kill yourself. Don't try to over dig and just one day at a time. That's why I tell people, when you start meditating, just do 10-15 minutes a day. Start with that. 20 minutes a day. Just clear your mind. Sit there, clear the clutter of your mind, clear your emotions, clear your feelings. Just 10-15 minutes a day. As you progress, you may want to go longer. You may want to do longer. But those 10-15 minutes add up. That's like when you go to the gym. I started doing 10-15 minutes on a treadmill. That's all I could do. That's all I had to give. At the beginning, 3 to 5 minutes was like an hour. I just did not see I was like, how do they do it? I just see people on there and they just going. I'm like, what? How they do that? Now I could stay on that thing 2 hours, 3 hours, but it took time, and I started where I was. Stop going back to start where you are. You can't do nothing about those 30 years ago. You can't do nothing about what you didn't do, what you should have did, what you could have did, what you used to do. Lord have mercy. Yeah, we used to. I remember when Forgetting those things which are behind. You cannot live in the past and move forward. You cannot look at in your can you drive forward looking in your rearview mirror? Help me understand. Will you get anywhere on the streets in your car and your focus is in your rearview mirror or in your side mirrors? No, you have to focus in the windshield ahead of you. Yes, you look up, glance up every now and then to the other mirrors, but why is the front mirror larger than the back mirror? Why are those mirrors larger? Because you need to see where you're going. That back is a replica of what you see behind. You should be able to look forward and see more going forward. Those mirrors are smaller because that's not supposed to be your main focus. Focusing on your past, focusing on what used to happen, focusing how you start where you are. Ladies, gents, let me help you. Let me help you. Maybe you can maybe you can keep them. Maybe you can keep your woman if you listen. Stop focusing on what happened a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, 3 months ago, 10 years ago. Stop bringing that up. Move forward each day. And when I say let it go, you gotta let it go. And that's emotionally and in your feelings. Because your spouse and the person with you, they know when you still tripping. Your mouth is saying one thing, but your heart is far from it. Because your actions speak louder than your words. You think you fooling folks, but folks, they can see it. They close to you. They know. Cause remember, them the same folk. Those are the same folk who think they know. If you know what I know how you feel. Okay, then I know how you feel. Sip some tea. Hold on. We have been listening to That Right, Hey, Yes, Midnight by The One, beats by The One. We listened to Back on Deck by X Rusan and ESO Indies, Waterfalls by ESO Indies and King Sis, and now this is Sweet Talk by Tyra Chansey. Next we will have Little Sunday Barbecue by Jesse Lawrence, following Bedroom by Loving Caliber. Y'all know I like to give props to those who give us this good music to shake our hips to. Hey, hey, hey. But yes, we must let everybody move forward in life. Forward march, full speed ahead. Those are the things we want to, not backwards, not backwards march, not backwards speed. No, we're moving forward. Forgetting those things which are behind, reaching forth. In order to get new, you got to move forward. In order to do more, do different, you got to think different. Focus on what's in front of you and watch what's in front of you continue to grow, develop, nurture it. Take time with it. And that's yourself. I'm not talking about other people. Nurture yourself. Love yourself. Learn yourself. You're hearing a lot about, I've heard a lot of people say, everybody talking about this new this and then maybe you need to take heed. If that's something different than what you've been doing, in order to get different results in your life, what they say is insanity is, okay? So if what you're doing is not working, or you're still not getting the desires of your heart granted, maybe you need to try something different. Ain't nobody telling you to go out there and see. That's where our mindsets are just clouded. We're so heavenly minded sometimes that we're no earthly good. We take everything just so dramatic, when it comes to, girl, I'm not dealing with. A closed mind will never get anywhere. The more open your mind is, the more you will expand and you will grow and you will receive in life. You're expecting for God to do things for you that He has placed within your power to do for yourself. He has given you abilities. He's given you a mind. He's given you choice. He's given you free will. You have bound yourself. You have allowed other people to bind you and put you in a box. It's up to you. He who Christ sets free is free indeed, but you can't stay free bound. Just because you quote something from your mouth, just because you memorize something and can speak it with your mouth, if it's not in your heart, if the happiness within you is not penetrating from the inside out, all of that, what you're saying coming out, is in vain. We have to believe with our hearts. Believe from your inner being, from your core. That happiness has to come out. That's where the life and more abundant life, it comes from. But it's up to us, each individual. Remember I told you, we dissected the word disease, D-I-S-E-A-S-E. Put a slash or space between the D-I-S space and the E-A-S-E. Dis-ease. You're at dis-ease within. Because we overdo it. We're doing too much. Relax. I had to learn that because I was from a career where everything was just so, it was stress, because that was the dynamic, the way it was set up to be, I guess you could say. But it did not have to be like that. But the dominating energy in those buildings, in those facilities, was stress. And unless you were strong and mentally in tune, you were going to definitely be overpowered by that stress daily. And there were a lot of people that was burned out and messed up, and health, just had all kind of health issues. But it stemmed from the stress, along with which then made them start eating, the wrong foods, and then it started affecting their health. But it all starts, the bad health, the diseases, it starts in the mind. It starts in the emotions. It starts in the feelings, and then our choices of foods adds to that, then goes in and connects with what our emotions and stuff are doing. And that's why y'all already know I preach it from the inside out. From the inside out. You cannot heal or redo an unhealthy inside. I don't care what you do to the outside. I don't care how pretty you make it, how glamorous you try to fix it up. If that inside is messed up, what they call cars that look good on the outside, a lemon, what they call them. I don't care. That car could be glistening. That paint job could be so freaking awesome. It could get kings and queens attention. But if there's no engine under that hood, where is it going? What is it going to do for you? You can sleep in it. You can sit in it if you get tired. But you ain't going nowhere. And that's what we have to start realizing with our lives. We got to we got to get our minds right. Get our hearts right. Get our emotions right. Get all that together. And that then, out of the issues of the heart, comes your life. From the inside, that's how things progress and things are, prosperous. You look at people, you're like, man, how do they do that? And how are they this? And how are they? Because they work with their insides. They're in tune with their real desires. They're not worried about what other people think or what other people do. They understand. I only got one life to live, and the only person who can live it for me is me. I don't need your approval. I don't need your agreement. I don't need your congratulations. I need to do what I need to do for me. David said it in the Bible. I encourage myself in the Lord. That is what you need to do. That if that ain't one real scripture from a brother. The older I get, I'm like, I don't need your approval. I don't need you don't have to co-sign nothing for me. And I said, maybe that's why God has never allowed me to really have people do stuff like that for me, even from the actual thing of co-signing. Because he didn't want me starting to depend on other people, because that's not how we're supposed to live our life. We're supposed to depend on him. Depend on everything he equipped us with from birth. Everything you need is already inside of you. You just have to cultivate it and develop it and understand it. Tap into it. And pray. We pray that the adults in the kids' lives can rear them in the right way for that kid's life. Not in their way for that kid's life. Not in what they did or their dad did or their granddad did. Just because 10 generations of men were doctors does not mean the 11th has to be a doctor. And you men, stop doing that to your sons. Stop doing this frat stuff. If they don't want to be the frat you was and they want to go to your opposing frat, let them be who they are. That ain't got nothing to do with them and you. Stop being so sensitive. And please, let's do something different. Stop naming your son after yourself. Let your son have his own identity. He ain't, look, because some of y'all giving him your name. Now, if you gonna give him your name and then let him be an individual, go for it. But if you gonna give him your name and expect him to make up for lost time or be something that you wasn't or that you wanted to be or be your clone, that is not fair. Stop it. There should not be 50 Johns. I'm going to use the word John because I don't know too many Johns. There should not be 50 Johns in one family. I'm sorry. Well, you got to put numbers behind their names. Come on now. There are enough names in this world for you to be Look, use your creativity. But everybody was born for a reason. Everybody has gifts, calls, talents, passions, and if you allow them to develop and cultivate from young ages, then it's a lot easier for the person as they become an adult. They won't have to spend years trying to find themselves. They will have a better hold on things. That's why I admire and commend young people who find it before a certain age. I got it the opposite. I saw adults who saw me doing stuff, excuse me, but became coarse and hard in their heart because they hadn't found themselves yet still, and they became angry and bitter and resentful, and you know it, and the people know when, you may not have, you don't have to say it, but they know, and it's sad, but it is what it is. I can't fault them for that. I don't anymore. Before I was like, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with her? But I just realized they're not mad at me. They're upset with themselves. And for years, I thought I had did something wrong. So if I'm talking to anybody 18, between maybe, I don't know, somebody 15 may be listening, 15 to 35, 25, and your parent or your grandparent or somebody older around you, a co-worker, an associate, a sister, an older sibling, they give you grief, or they always act like, they angry with you, or they don't congratulate you on stuff. It's not against you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep living your life. They got something they need to deal with. They seeing you are reflecting what they did not experience, what they did not cultivate as a child. And now they're looking at you, and instead of enjoying it, loving it coming from you, being excited about you getting it, they're upset because they still haven't. And you just love them where they are, but do not let them stop you from expanding and evolving in life and growing and be prospering and succeeding. Do not stunt your life for your parent. That's not your job. It's your parents' job to take care of themselves and make sure they have their stuff in order. Yes, if you feel the need to help them, but never do it from guilt, from lack, from sadness, from depression, or from, I better because you're not helping them. All you're doing is hurting them and hurting yourself at the same time. Now, if you can do it with a spirit of joy and happiness and enthusiasm, by all means, go for it, because that's going to put more joy in you. That's going to put more joy in them. That's going to expand you both. That's going to promote you both. That's going to help you both succeed and be, productive and prosperous in life. But if you're helping out of responsibility for another person, no. That's the wrong mindset, and you're hindering yourself in every area of your life by feeling obligated to them and feeling resentment in your heart. That's why you're not succeeding and excelling in other areas of your life that you wish to. It's not because you're not working hard. It's not because you're tired. It's not because, the job is stressing me, so I can't do this and that. No, it comes back to the way your attitude is regarding your mom, or the way your attitude is regarding your dad, or the way your attitude is regarding your sister, or the way your attitude, however you feel about other people or other things, it affects every part of your life. So that's why it's important to do self-work, self-love, because your life depends on it. Your success depends on it. Let go that old history. Some races need to let go of what other folks did to your great grandparents and stuff. That stuff is over. Move forward. Look at where you are now. Develop relationships now. Be the change you want to see. Stop bringing it up. I'm to the point now that don't even teach my son about that. He don't need, how is that helping him knowing what was done to, if it's not being done to him? What good is that? You're tainting their views of people, people who could literally open doors for him. Now he's looking at them side eye because of what you told him that their great grandparents did to your great. Come on, y'all. We got to move past this. We will never overcome if we don't overcome. It starts with us. Stop making. You better come over here and learn this. You better know your history. I don't blame these kids. I don't want to hear that depressing, sad stuff. I don't want to hear it now myself. I'm telling you, these young, I will be here to witness it. I will, because I'm gonna live long and prosper. I'm speaking that, and it's gonna be such a joy. That's why I know my grandmother was proud, and that's why she used to smile and laugh at us so much, because to see the next generations get it. It skipped that generation that didn't get it, and the next one's got it. That's why I could have so much interaction with her, because I was on a level with her. And I'm going to be right there with my nieces, my nephews, my cousins, my young cousins, and, sons and daughters of my friends and stuff, because I get it. I understand where they're coming from. They want to do better. They want more out of life, and they should. It's okay for them to want more. We listened to Self-Made Woman by Catherine Appleton, Stay in the Moment by Tyra Chantey, Scream My Name by Tanti, and next will be The Fix by Aldous Young and The Morning Light by Ellen Stiles. Y'all know I gotta listen to my song. Scream My Name. Just me and you alone. Oh baby, you're so beautiful. You don't have to put no pressure. Y'all see, I don't change it. Look, don't no man or no relationship make or break me. I am who I am, with or without a man. I ain't tripping. Shoot, I'm happy. See, and that's what you gotta be, ladies. You got stop putting all your life into a relationship, into a man. Men, stop putting all your energy into a woman. If you're not happy alone, you're never gonna be happy with a woman. And that's what you cannot get that into the thick skulls of people who are not happy with themselves. They will drain you dry if you let them. They got to understand it is not the woman's responsibility to fulfill you and to do. Contrary to popular belief, it's not her job to support you. It's not her job, look, financially or any other way. If you are not complete without her, a spouse is not created to complete you. They are created to enhance what is already completed. Okay? Your man or your woman in your life was placed in your life to help you both, are put there to grow together. Ladies, if he ain't got it by the time you meet him, you might as well go into that marriage saying he will never have it when you go in. And I'm not saying that from a perspective of being lackful in faith, but you can't dictate whether a man gets it or don't get it. You can't change a man. You can't believe enough for a man to do or to get something if he himself doesn't have it within him to get it or to do it. It has to be within him, and you don't know if it is, if he's not already doing it. So look, if you want a man who is successful, and whatever your views of success is, okay, whatever your views of loving is, kind is, if you're not getting that from him before you say I do not expect to get it afterwards. You need to go into the marriage looking at what you see unless you are mentally, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it gently. Ladies, if you not mentally strong enough and emotionally in tune with life and how it works, how the laws work, how God created the universe to work, you will bend you will hurt yourself trying to figure it out. You will never get it. You got to make sure. Don't go into it if you don't have the tools within to deal with it, because that man is going to be who he is. He's not going to change for you. If he changes, it will be for himself, because he sees difference. He sees he needs to change in those areas. I can use example. Like I said, the last marriage I was in, when I met him, again, they was cussing, drinking, smoking, all that, right? I didn't say nothing. I didn't agree with that. I didn't like that. But that's who they were. But before we got married, they had changed all of that, because they saw a need to change it. It wasn't for me. It wasn't to help my health. My health was mine. That was for their welfare, for their body. I was an example for them because I didn't do none of that. Right? So yes, I was a good environment for them to be around, for them to realize, oh, okay. Now, if they was dealing with women who's drunk, smoke, then of course, yeah, when they got mad, they grabbed a drink, so they grabbed a drink. When they got upset, they grabbed a cigarette, so they grabbed a cigarette. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, or if they wanted to vibe together or unwind together, then they grabbed a joint, or they grabbed whatever they did. I don't know. But if you are looking for a better life, and you're maybe you're doing something now, but you don't want to continue to do that, then you look, date where you're going, not where you are. If you see yourself in the future being a different type of person, then unless you know for a fact, and it's hard to know, so I'm saying, if you don't see what you want being lived in that person's life now, then you might as well accept that that's who they're going to be. If they're not willing to change, or if you don't know how to create what you want from what you see. And that's all I can say on that. Okay, I'm not going to go deep into it because it's a whole nother podcast. But for the most part with people, because we are so visual and so physical based, you have to go into something already with it created. Because if you're not a deliberate creator, you will not be able to create it. If I knew then what I know now, I would have been able to create a whole different atmosphere in certain situations I was in. But I didn't know. But that's okay, because now I can help you either create it or not even get involved in it, because you know that you can't. Lord have mercy. Just got a text from somebody. Lord, that's why you can't share stuff with folks when they had a certain mindset. They don't even get it. So yeah, if you can't recreate, if you're not, if you don't, if you meet him and he doing this, and this, because what you gonna do is you gonna get in a relationship and then you gonna get mad and then you gonna get upset, then your feelings gonna get hurt. Then you, instead of you focusing on who the culprit really is, yourself, for feeling how you feeling, then you're gonna be blaming the other person. Then you're gonna be pointing the finger at the other person. If men, I'm gonna talk to you right now, men, listen up. If you don't trust a woman before you marry her, don't marry her. Don't waste her time. Don't waste your time. Just because she bomb, she fine, and you know everybody and their grandmama want her. Literally, everybody and their granddaddy wants her. But you want to be able to say it's yours. That is not fair to you or to her, and is not going to end well for you, the man. If you not confident enough, if you don't have enough self assurance, self esteem in yourself as a man, then you need to stay single or get you somebody. And I'm going to just say it, and this is no shade on any other woman, but this is so men can understand what I'm saying. Get you somebody that you think don't nobody else want. Because that's the only way you going to be happy in a relationship. Because every time she get dressed or every time she go out, you, in your mind, you going to be looking at her side eye. You going to be feeling stuff. You going to be tracking her. You going to be trying to check. You going to be popping up like you surprising her, but you really checking up on her. Come on now. We know. Ain't that much love in the world. I'm just saying. You got to be confident in yourself when you meet a person. Yeah, you know you looking, oh, I'm going to come up. Oh, she got this, she do that, she can help me this, she can help me that. How are you helping her? How is she coming up? What is she getting out of it? Sex, look, somebody told me, a man told me this. Sex, that ain't nothing. You can get that anywhere. A woman don't need you for sex. You don't need her for sex. You got to look deeper. You got to look more into than sex. What else you got to give her besides sex? What else you got to give her besides opening and closing her door? Now, that, like I said, there's some women, that's all they want. That's the woman you need to go after. That's the woman you see, men. You need to start going after women who appreciate and who only want what you have to give. Because if that's all you have to give, that's all you have to give. Be real. Be honest and upfront, because there are 100 million of them out there that will accept you just as you is. You don't have to fake no funk, lie, or nothing to a woman. There's 50 million of them out there that want you like that. But see, the problem is you don't want the ones that want those type of men. That's your problem. Because you don't want to develop what you need to do to match the woman that you want. So you camouflage and you play the role, you know what I'm saying, to make her think you that man, to make her think you trying to be that man. But really, in reality, you really never had the desire to change to begin with. But like I said, in the long run, that woman is still going to excel, because if it's in her to do, she gonna do with or without you. And it goes both ways. Women, some of y'all play that role. You gonna be this for the man. You gonna be that for the man. You gonna do this for the man. You gonna do that. And then he like, and in the long run, that's why you end up. So if you just be real and be truthful with yourself first, and then with other people from the beginning, you can avoid a lot of things in the net in the the near future. So just relax. You can't miss what's yours. Stop trying to make what you see. If you don't know it's yours, just let it be what it is. Stop trying to make it more than what it is. Relax. What's supposed to be will be. What's supposed to happen will happen. Okay, Sarah, Sarah. All right, y'all. All right, I got to get up out of here. I got some things I want to do today. Want to hit the gym real quick. I love y'all. I want to come on and share some more expounding thoughts, help evolve our minds and expand our thinking. All right, y'all know I love you. I just get passionate sometimes. All right, this has been your girl, Coach LockMarie, and I will see you on the next episode.